Hello and welcome to today's session, and I'll be discussing about the funding options that are available to those who will join universities, colleges, and polytechnics. So I know right now the CUSPS applications are ongoing for Kmtc and also TVETs, and it's good to also consider the cost of the program as you do the application. So uh, let's see this consideration. So for those who will choose to study a diploma or a certificate course at a university will not qualify for HELB loan or the government scholarship, and that's according to the new funding model. So the new funding model was introduced last 2 years by the President Ruto's regime. So if you choose to study a diploma course or a certificate course in any university, even if you are placed by SIPs, you don't qualify for HELB loan or government scholarship. So you need to take note of that. Uh, then we have those who will be joining the Kmtc. For Kmtc, you are only eligible for HELB loan. But last year, the Kmtc students who joined last year were not able to apply for the HELB loan. We don't know what was the problem. The government has never explained. Up to right now, they have never applied for HELB loan. So this year, we don't know what might happen again, but we predict there will be an application for HELB loan for Kmtc students. Those who will join the TTCs, teachers training colleges, you don't also qualify for HELB loan and government scholarship unless if they make changes, because last year the students who joined teachers training colleges were not able to apply for the government funds. And for you to be able to get these funds, CUSPS application is mandatory. So the CUSPS application is your key to unlocking government funds. So it's a must to apply a course through the CUSPS for you to be able to apply these funds. And it depends on where you apply. The way I have explained, if you choose to study a diploma or a certificate course in a university, you won't qualify for the funds even if you are placed by CUSPS. And uh, for those who will opt for public universities, colleges, and polytechnics, will qualify for both HELB loan and government scholarship. So there are only two funding, HELB loan and government scholarship. So for you to be a beneficiary of both of them, you need to join a public university, college, or polytechnic. But take note of the word CUSPS application. It's a must to apply for a course through the CUSPS portal. And this makes public institutions a better financial options for most students. So most students prefer joining public institutions. But remember, for the if you compare the fees, the tuition fees for public institution and private institution, you'll find that for public institution it's much more higher. Like for example, if you take a bachelor of medicine, you'll find like in public institutions it's around 600,000, but when you come to the private universities, you find maybe it's around 450,000. So for private universities, the fees is much lower compared to public university. Now talk about the private institutions. If you choose to study at a private university loan, you won't qualify for or will not be eligible for the government. But I have talked about the tuition fees. It's much lower in the private universities compared to public universities. Now let's see how the new funding model works. So under the new funding model, students are grouped into 5 bands based on their financial needs. So for example, For band 1, the government provides 95% support, so which comprises of scholarship, which is 70%, then the help loan 25%, then house contribution 5%. So household contribution is what your parents will be paying. So let's say the cost of your program is 300,000 per year. So in each year, your parents will be paying 5% of 300,000. Then you have an upkeep allowance of 60,000. So upkeep is the money that will be sent to students' account in each semester. So it is in two installments. So the first installment in first semester, that is 30,000. Then another 30,000 in second semester. For band 2, government provides 90% support, which includes a scholarship of 60%, loan 30%, household contribution 10%, upkeep allowance 55%, 55,000. Then band 3, government provides 80% support, scholarship which is 50%, and 30% HELB loan. Household contribution is 20%. Upkeep allowance 50,000. Band 4, 70% government supports, scholarship of 40%, HELB loan 30%, then household contribution 30%, upkeep allowance 45,000. Then for band 5, in band 5, parents pay more than what the government supports. So most students who are placed in band 5, most of their parents are employed. Yeah, and they have a stable income. So band 5, a scholarship 30%, loan 30%, the household contribution is 40%, upkeep allowance 40,000. So the government has the details of your parents. So if they are unemployed, they'll know your parent is employed, and this and amount is the income of your parents per month. So they'll be able to know, and that's how they place students in banding in bands according to the family income. And so for it to be placed in a more or less expensive band, you need to avail all the information that is required during the HELB application. So HELB and scholarship application will begin in June or July. So by that time, you need to have all the information that is required. If you are sponsored, you need to get a sponsor letter. So there's a video that I shared that explain all the HELB and scholarship application requirements. So if you check in the higher education updates channel, you will be able to see all the requirements. So let's see an example of how this banding is done in universities. Like for example, this is a case of Kmtc University. So for band 1, now let's say someone has been placed in band 1, and maybe his or her course is Bachelor of Medicine. So Bachelor of Medicine at Kmtc University, let me highlight. Yeah, Bachelor of Medicine, band 1, the program cost is 612,000. So the program cost will remain the same in each band. So we have 612,000. So government will pay 70% scholarship, which is equivalent to 428,400. Then HELB loan 25%, which is equivalent to 153,000. Upkeep will be sent to students' bank account, and so make sure you prepare yourself with a bank account by June or July. You can also use the M-Pesa number. So the payment options are to bank account and M-Pesa number registered on your own ID. So, but I normally tell students to use a bank account. It is more efficient than uh, an M-Pesa number. So you have the consent to choose which in between the two, but a bank account is more better. Then household will pay 5%, and that is 30,600. So an academic year in university is made of 2 semesters, but for some courses it's 3, but mostly it's 2 semesters. So this 30,000 will be paid in each semester, each half in each semester, that is 15,300 in each semester. Then let's take an example of Bachelor of Education Science. The cost in each year, academic year, is 244,800. The government will pay a scholarship of 171,360. Tuition help tuition 61,200. Upkeep 60,000. Household is 12,000 to 40, meaning in each semester a student will pay roughly 6,220. Then Bachelor of Education Arts, the program cost is 183,600. Scholarship 70%, which is equivalent to 128,000. Then HELB loan 45,900. Upkeep 60,000. Then the household is 9,180. So the uh, the distribution of the funding model, the percentages and their equivalent amounts will always change depending on the cost of the program. Now let's compare band 1 and band 2. For band 2, medicine. So for medicine, the program costs remain the same in band 2, 612,000. Then government will pay 360% scholarship, which is equivalent to 367,200. And in band 2, band 1, you see the amount is much higher for the scholarship, 428,000. Then band 2, 367,200. Then HELB loan 183,600. Then household amount is 61,000, so it's almost double. 61,200 for band 1, it was 30,600. Then education science cost is uh, education science, the cost is 244,800. Then here we have the scholarship of 146,880. Tuition help loan 73,000. Upkeep 55,000. Then household amount 24,880. Then let's see for band 3. So band 3 is here. Band 3 medicine, scholarship, the government will pay 306,000. So then HELB loan 183,600. Then upkeep is 50,000, and household amount is 122,400. So the household amount is always increasing as we move from band 1 to band 2. Then for Bachelor of Education Science, the scholarship will be 122,400, 73,000, 440, 50,000. Then household amount is 48,960. Let's see band 4. This is band 4. So when you consider medicine, the cost is 612,000. Then scholarship of 40% equivalent to 244,800. Then help tuition 183,600. Upkeep 45,000. Then household amount 183,600. Then here band 5. So for band 5, I said the parents pay a lot compared to other bands. So band 5, we have 612,000 as the program cost, 30% tuition and 30% scholarship. Uh, so it's 183,600, then 183,600, then 40,000 upkeep, and the household amount is 244,000. But when you Compared with band one for medicine, the household amount is 30,600. So that's how the banding works. So during the application, the program cost will be indicated on the CUSP's portal, and you can be able, though right now you are not able to know which band you will be placed in, but after HELB application, you'll be able to know the band you are placed in. So you need to consider this as you do the CUSP's application. Check on the program cost, and most students are placed in band 3 and 4. Band 3 and 4, most of them. So last year, many students did not take the help and scholarship application seriously. Most of them did not avail all the necessary documents. So you need to get all the documents, including the, if you are more than 18 years right now, you need to plan to get a Maisha card or an ID right now, so that during the application you'll be able to upload all the details. So for those who will apply using their own ID, your funds will be processed fast, and will receive them early when you join in September. But for those who will not be using their birth certificates, it will take some time, although you'll also receive your funds. So you need to get all the documents, sponsorship letter. So I know some of you are sponsored maybe by a well wisher or a relative, and maybe you don't know how to write the sponsor letter. You can inbox me, then I'll be able to help you on that. My WhatsApp number is 0111958831. So this was for today, and I wish you all the best as you prepare for your journey of higher education. Thank you.